Um, Once more, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Depends on the time you're watching this video. Today we're going to continue our design phase of the capstone project. And those who are following before we've done, because in here we're going to look at the UML diagrams, and the UML diagrams, that is, we've done four of it. We've done the class diagram, we've done the use case diagram, we've done the entity diagram, and also the sequence diagram. Today we're going to look at the last one, the last but not the least for this particular design phase here, which is the data flow diagram, that the DFD. That when you talk about the data flow diagram, it shows how data moves, through the system. That is the way the data moves from one point to another. And within the data flow diagram, there are four key things that you're going to look at. These are the four key things that you're going to look at. One, the processes. The processes involve the activities that handle the data. Okay. And we also look at the data store. Data store is where the data are stored. Okay. Just take look at a container. Within the container, sometimes like a barrel, you can say, okay, here where I can keep all my items. So that's how data store look alike. It keeps all the data. They also have what we call the external entities. The external entity within the system there it refers to as the users of the system. Okay, these external entities could either be the supplier, the customer, the staff again are also what are all external entity that the users or the system. We also have what we call the data flow. That is the movement of data, how data are moved from one point to another. So today we're going to look at how we can able to draw this one, using draw.io. So like we move on. So we're going to use this software here as the case may be. Of course, this is the tool. These are the tools we look at. These are different tools that you're going to look at. Without wasting time here, I've already aligned some certain shapes here that you're going to look at here. This is what you're going to utilize here, and all of these you can find them all of this here. Okay. Now, first of all, we're going to give it a title. Let's say the title which says what sales and inventory management system. So first we're going to take the what this one here. Let's see the title. Let's look for the title here. Let's look at the title here. See what sales and inventory management system. So we're going to extend this to this point here. We extend to this point, and let's give it a format here. Let's give it a format here. You know, increase this one to let's say 24, or let's say 24 or 23. Let's just do this one. Yeah. And this one, the text here, you can give it, let's say, can give it this one red. and let's say let's give it Vadina. Okay. So now we also going to duplicate this one. Duplicate and let this one, this is the case study here. Let's say case study, let's say banks enterprise. That is the system, that is the, we're going to build a system for the banks enterprise and school of technology. Banks enterprise and school of technology. So here we're going to, let's just say, um, this one we're going to just change this one to blue, and we already bold, and we're going to minimize this one. Okay, then we also look at the how do you call it, the title of this UML model here. Let's say this is UML, as this UML look as what, as a data flow diagram. So here we also going to change the text color here. If you don't mind, we can give it this, or we give it a black. you know so let's just do this here. Okay, so having got that one, now we go to, of course, this is the actual project title, and this is the case study, and also this is the UML type, that is the data flow diagram, and let's just see here, DFD. DFD. Okay. Now we go to look at the, as I told you earlier, I said we have what we call the process and the entity, the data flow. Okay. Now first we're going to consider the entities. That is, entity are the users or the activities. Okay. Now the first entity we're going to look at here is what, is the customer. So let's look at the entities here. Um, let's see what we're going to. Okay, if you don't mind, we can just consider this one. We can just consider this as one entity. Okay, or let's see. Okay, that's good. So let's just read this one and consider this one, the actual one here. All right. So the entity here is a, let's say, customer, and within here we have the customer ID. Uh, and this one's supposed to be our primary key here, PK, the primary key, and here the name, we're going to look at the address, and we're going to look at the contact number, and also the email here. All right. So having got this one, we're going to highlight this all of these. Let's just give it. Okay, let's just give it here, and let's format this one. The style here, let it be Vadina. Within here, let this one be bold, and let's say we give it Vadina here and increase to okay. So going to look at this. So we're going to let's look at if a record is taking place here. Okay, no problem. So let's look at let's also format this, you know, let's just leave it to 12. Okay. Now, so this is our first entity. Then the second entity here will gonna be the order. We're going to duplicate this one. Then we use this one. And let's say the order. So let's say order ID. Order ID. Then the order name. Order name, and also have total amount that the customer will order. Total amount, and also the status. So having got this one, we also so now the communication that flow here, let's see, um okay, so let's give it a communication flow here. Let's see that the arrow here represent the communication flow. So let's use this process here. This is the directional connector. Then let's say let it be this point. So this is it. So we're going to just bold this one or we increase it here. Um, let's increase this one. So again, we also have let's have admin here. Let's have admin here. Um, let's see, let's see, let's see admin. So here we can type so that we can have the name. See, let's say staff. Or let's say admin. Uh, I don't know if we see the. I'm just searching on image so that we can have an image that we're going to just manage here. Let's say staff. I don't know why we're not getting it. Okay, let's come down here. Um, let's come down here. Uh, um, let's see what is in here. Uh, okay. So let's just take this one as a staff here. You know. So let's just increase this point. Let's just take a look of this one. You know, let's say let's just give a small. Okay. Now here of course, we're going to increase this one a bit and let this one be uh, admin or sales staff or sales staff. Okay, so having got that one again, we also proceed to this one is other detail here. Let's give this one as other detail. So having got this one, so we also have a communication channel that we're going to connect this one. That is from this point to this one. So that is we're going to duplicate this one and or let's draw another one here. Uh, let's draw another one here. Let's see where we can able to get the arrow here. So this is the arrow again. Um, so this time around, we're going to just you know just send this to this point. Let's send this one to this point here. Okay, having got this one, we also look at that is why I just draw this one. You know, we're going to use this one so that you can see how data can able to connect with one another here again. So we're going to drag this one to this point. We also look at here. Let's say let this one connect to this point here. You know, let it be here. So let's see, we're going to extend it to this point here. Okay, so now what we're going to be now, we're going to build our data center, might not data store, but data center. So we're going to use the cycle here. This not we're going to use just this cycle here. You know, so let's say let this one extend to this point here. This one also extend to this point. So in here, let's say sales and inventory management system. Sales and inventory management system. So now, if we intend to format this one, so let's just give it a bold here, and let's just give it Vadina, as the case may be. So we extend this. So let's just make it look like so that you can able to. Okay, that's good. Let's give it a shadow. All right. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Now we also look at the data store. That is, I told you earlier that data store is where data are kept. Okay, is where data are kept. So we're going to look at the data store. Let this one be here up. Okay, so we look at data store here. That is where data are stored. So look at here. No, not this one. Let's type. Maybe we can have it here within. Okay, you see this is it. So we can choose anyone here. Data store. It depends to how we're going to how we want it. I prefer this one. I prefer this one. Okay. Now you can see the organization is going through everything out there. So now having got the data store, so let's label this one. Uh, um, let's use data store. So we're going to format this one to Vadina. Let's bold it and increase the size a bit. So let's see if we okay, fine, that's good. It is now within here. Having got the data store, let's see how data store can be able to manage the data within the system. Um, of course, we look at the connection between the admin and the data store. Let's see. Um, let's look at the dotted line here, or the dashes line. Or okay, let's take this one. Let's see how data can able to connect. Sorry, the this is our target. So let's see. Let's also increase this point a bit. Um, okay. Now we also look at how this data can able to flow from one point to another. So what we're going to do here, we're going to just take that from the data store here to the inventory here, and from the inventory to data store. So you're going to have two line here that the flow of communication here within them. So let's see where we can have. Okay, fine. So let's use this one, this access here. So let's look at, let's just include this one, you know. All right. So let this say data info. So let's just let this one. Okay, no. Let's see stock info. So now we're going to have another one here with one directional. Okay, this one, this one. So um, so let's get this one here. So let's just include this one. Let this one be update inventory. Update inventory. So let's use this one, you know, update inventory. So our next target now here um should be this one. So now we also look at let's make use of this diagram here. I mean this symbol here. Um, let's look at this. So now we're going to look at this one. Um, Let this one be here. And we also have so let's just say here let's say let this one be here again, other detail here again. So other detail. So let this one be info here, payment information. Payment info here. So this one will be let's minimize it here a bit. Let this one bold, you know. Okay, now we also look at let's say let's just duplicate this one. Let's deal with one entity here. Let's use this one. Let's use this one here. If you don't mind, let this one go up here. Let this one be here. Let this one be here. So let's say supplier ID. Let's say supplier ID here. Let's say supplier ID here. The name, the contacts and let's see email. You don't mind. So now we also have the product. Let the product be here. Let's see here the product. Uh, let this one be up here a bit. Again, let this one be up here again. Let this one be up here again. You know, you know. So this one, let it be here. Uh, let's this let it be here again. Let this one be here. This okay now. Since we are targeting line, so let's just do adjustment. Okay, let's just do adjustment here. Let's just delete this. Also we delete this one. Let's delete this one again. Let's decrease this one. Okay, now let this one be in here. Because our target is one page. So that is why we're doing adjustment. So let's see. Let this one be. Of course, we can do this one again. We can also move this one to this point. Now this point. Okay, then let this one be up here again. Okay. Let's see this one. Let it do this a bit. So this one is let it be here. So our next target here is let's say we've got the customer info here. So let's say we've got the data store. Now this one, the customer, let's say the product. Let this be here a product. Let this one be product here. Um, okay, let's see. And this one should be a supplier as what? As one of the entity. That is you either call it entities or what? The activity, I mean the system, okay? So let's say supplier, so we going to do this way. So let's say the product here, let's see the product ID. Let's edit this one to product ID. Product product ID. Then let's say product name, and let's say the price, and also stock quantity. That is the amount of available stock in the store. Okay, and let's say stock entity here. I mean stock quantity. Okay, so having got this one again, we also going to dichotomize. That is the line, the flow of the data. So let's say in here, of course, we're going to utilize this guy here, this line here. Let it be down here. Let it be back down here, and this one should be connected to this guy here again. So having connected to um this channel should call low stock alert. That is the low stock alert here. We're going to talk about the order leveling. That is, if you have 10 items in the store, then out of the 10 items, then you sell 9, then the balance remaining, that's one, then you go to that one. The system will go to alert you that you have low stock within within the store. So that is why we having this one here, and let's just say low stock alert here, so that it will going to alert within the system. Low stock alert. So having done that one, so let's just use bold this one here. Let's say the style here, to this here. So now we've got this one, and let there be a connection again to um let's see, uh, let's use this one. So having got this one, we got we're also going to do a connection between the data here, the database here. Let's see, let's use this guy here, or the access. No, let's use, okay, let's use this flow. You're going to use this flow here. That is, let's eat. Okay. Um, okay, this one should be turned here. Um, Also, we're going to, so here we, so having got this one, that is, this is how we are going to label this one as a update inventory. You know, that is from this data store here to this point. So let's see, update inventory. So another thing there again, there should be a connection between within the system again, then within the sales and inventory and also to this data store here. So now let's look at two-dimensional connection here. Okay, access here. So this one, let's just also increase it a bit here and let it be, So let this be here the stock information. Stock information. Okay. Now we um having got this information here, we also got good to have what you call database. Let's just have a small let's have this one here, duplicate this one again. Let's just extend to this point and then let's see database. Um, the database, we have the stock as the primary key and the stock info. Stock info primary key, then update inventory. All of these ones should be removed. So let this one be here, update inventory. Update inventory. Okay. So let there be a connection between the product and database, but that is from the database here to this product. So that is let's look at this access here. We're going to duplicate this one. All right. So now we also going to have this small line here, that the lifeline here. Let's just duplicate this one again. Let's click outside so that let's reduce. All right. So having got this one, let's say this is another other detail here. Let this one be other detail. Other detail here. All right. Now, this admin here will going to manage order and inventory. So that is manage order and inventory. So let's just extend this to this point here. All right. I think this one is okay here. So now let's be having a so now let's group this one. So now let's look at the legends. You know, um, let's see. You know, all right. So these are these. So now we also look at the, let's see, let's just use this one. Let's just use this, you know, let's see, the style here. So here, let's say the legend here, and let's just draw our small so let's mm, mm, so let's say external entity, external entity. External entity, external entity. So let's say, um, how do we call? Let's say, external entity. Let's say, process, then so let's say here, uh, data stream. Let us pursue. Let this one be here. Let this one be here. So all right. So this is how we're going to how we've designed our. So now let's just put everything here. Control G to group it. So now we're going to give it a color for a nice looking, so that it can be somehow attractive to the owner. Let's look at a nice background that will fit in here. Okay, this one, the stuff just should be the process here. Okay, this is it. Um, Okay. Now, so this is how we've done our data flow. Like for somehow standardization there are more to come, but like for this project we're going to just look at the we're going to look at the local one or the simple one, not the local but the simple one. Okay, now we're going to see how it's going to look like. Let's look at our video here. Okay, we're on the recording here. Okay, this is it. Now we're going to save this one. Yeah, save as. This is what. This is first. This is going to save this as, let's see, data flow, diagram. So now If you want to save this one as an image so that you can see it, either in the form of PDF again, you can also select export. That is, you click on this one, you say export as JPEG. That is either in the form of image. So let's say export here, and the name here is let's say data flow diagram. Let's just remove this one. You know, you see. So if you come to desktop here now, let's minimize here. Let's just minimize from this point. Then this is it. You see, this is it. So since we have this one at the top, so what we're going to do, we're going to remove this arrow up here so that he can able to have the exact page without even having this one up there. So now we go back to the whole thing here, and we're going to remove this. You know, so you see. So having saved that way, we also come here again and we export as. Yes, let's replace it. All right. So let's come here. Let's cancel this one and also try to open this. So you see now we've got the full page of our data flow diagram. So this is how you're going to, we design our data flow diagram, and this could be the end menu. The project title is sales and inventory management system, and the case study is Banks Enterprise and School of Technology. And this one is data flow diagram, the DFD. And another name for this data flow diagram here is a web application. Okay, you can call it web application. As I told you earlier that these are the what? These are the entities. These are the entities or the users. This is it. You know, that is from the order. That is the customer will order here. After one customer order here again, then the admin responsibility here is to manage order inventory here, to manage this one here, and the all data are what are kept here. All everything are kept. This is data store. Everything are within here. That is the stock within the system are all in here. Okay, so you see the stock information from this database to this inventory, from this inventory again to this one here. That's why you can see two-dimensional line here. We also have from this database now from this database here, then you go to inventory. That is why you can see update inventory, and of course you can see here the customer can even interact with this system to this one on the other detail here within the inventory. So this is it, and we'll be coming here again. If you have any question, then we can ask. So let's say I can say goodbye and see you later. Mind you, my name is Yalusan Kali Kurma, student of the subject Bashar, and of course, told our students. Now, this is the end of our class today. That is the DFD diagram, data flow diagram. I say thank you all and welcome again later.